are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wilson. Caught left side, Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Got a man. It's Mims.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, It's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Play action. Now Wilson. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
McCann's kick is good.
And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To the air, Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And the Jets first down. That's the end of the first.
10-7 our score after one, right here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins.
Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bills 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
56.
Now a give to Breida. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
A.J. Epinesa.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what?
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The return man, Ty Johnson.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Second down at 7.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Allen off the play fake. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Now here's Johnson.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson now returning.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
18 more yards there and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Carson. Still fighting.
56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Powers through.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath
as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 25.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's going to be caught. Touchdown! Dawson Knox with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is
is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Returning it, Johnson.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
That's complete to the tight end, Hopkins.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Carson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And this is back to an 8-point game.
Jets 27.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, Had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
This is Carson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Third down, Wilson.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
And he has his tight end. That's Lesko.
And he's got this down to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. They run it with Carson. Powers through him. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
89 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
57, Mike, 57.
Allen now looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here's Carson. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. On first down, here's Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On play action, Allen. And Diggs has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very... And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. They'll get 34 yards there.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He'll air this one out for Mims. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Got a man. It's Mims. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Allen. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Gets this to Moore. And he's going to have a first down as he stops the clock with 12 seconds left to play.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And his kick here is good. And this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Ed Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground?
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you